These are the 5 special things I've learned about specialty coffee working as a specialty coffee barista. If you don't know about specialty coffee, this is a trend in the coffee industry which is rapidly growing in many countries across the world. Many people are loving to drink specialty coffee and it's like an addiction. As a barista working in a specialty coffee shop for 5 years, I've seen many people come to a specialty coffee shop to drink coffee. The moment someone knows and understands these 5 things I'm about to talk about in this video, it will change his perspective on the way he drinks his coffee. And it's like a specialty coffee addiction to them. This has led to the high increase in the numbers of people drinking specialty coffee and many coffee shops opening up across the world in many countries. According to the recent studies published by the Brainly Insight, it indicates the global specialty coffee market is expected to grow from $53.67 billion in the year 2021 to $152.69 billion in the year 2023. Here are the 5 special things about specialty coffee that has led to the rapid growth of the specialty coffee industry across the world. Starting with the first one, this is the most frequent question that I receive from most of the customers that come to the first time in a specialty coffee shop. They want to know the meaning of specialty coffee, and the easiest way that I can explain to them is many coffees are grown across the world, but not all coffees are considered to be specialty. Specialty coffee are specially grown, harvested, and processed. Specialty coffee is a coffee that scores 80 points and above on a scale of 100, and this is being determined by a certified Q grader or cup tester who is verified by the SCA, which is the Specialty Coffee Association, which is in charge of keeping up the quality of the specialty coffee. The Q grader and the cup tester test the different coffees and evaluates it, grading it in the different categories. This will lead us to the second key point. Connection in the specialty coffee. Each cup of coffee that we serve in a specialty coffee has a connection of different people playing a very big role with a lot of effort and passion to ensure that we serve the best cup of coffee. On every bag of coffee that we receive in a shop from a roaster, it comes with a full detail. For example, you can check out this Ethiopia coffee that we serve in our coffee shop. It has the origin, the process it was processed, which altitude was the coffee grown, and which flavors you expect to receive from each cup of coffee that we make using these coffee beans from Ethiopia. So this is one of the most amazing things. When it comes to specialty coffee, you will have that special connection from the farm to the green coffee buyer to the roaster and to the barista, serving you the final product of the coffee. And this is going to lead us to the third key point, and this is the main duties of the people in the specialty coffee chain. In the specialty coffee chain, there are people that play a very big role to ensure that you have the best cup of coffee. Starting with the first one, who is the most important one, is the coffee farmer. The coffee farmer picks the right seeds to be planted, find the perfect soil to plant the coffee, the perfect attitude, and also the perfect climate and the season to plant the coffee. When the specialty coffee is being picked, they are hand-picked so that you can be able to pick the ready and the ripe cherries. When they are picked, they are processed in the different process methods. There are 2 most common processing methods. We have the wash process and the natural process. After processing the coffee, at this stage it's called green coffee. It's where you're going to roast small samples of each of the batch of the coffee beans that you have harvested, so that a cupping session can be carried out by a certified coffee tester or a Q grader and evaluate the coffee so that he can grade the coffees and below, which is not considered to be specialty, 80 points and above, which is considered to be specialty. After evaluating these coffee beans, then the coffee beans are being sold off to the green coffee supplier who exports the coffee and supplies it to the roasters. The roaster is going to come up with a roast profile, which is going to enable him roast the coffee beans and bring out the perfect flavors and aroma from the coffee beans. There are 3 different roast profiles. We have the medium roast, the dark roast, and the light roast. So the coffee roaster is going to roast these coffees and make sure like he has the best quality of the coffee. Then it's going to be supplied to a coffee shop. Then the barista is going to come up with the recipe to make the different coffee drinks for you, the customer. And this is why it's very important, and it's going to lead us to the 4th key thing, which is the barista. A barista is the final person to handle the coffee and serve it to the customer or consumer. This is why it's very important for you as a barista to know you represent the entire coffee chain, the different people that are not seen in front of the consumer. So you as a barista, you need to come up with the different recipes that will match the roast profile of your coffee beans and to ensure that you can serve the best cup of coffee to your customers. This is why in a specialty coffee shop, the first thing as a barista does every morning, you need to calibrate and adjust your coffee to make sure it reaches the perfect taste of your customers. Because one of the biggest goals in a coffee shop, you should be able to make coffee for each and every one. You should be able to identify the different tastes from the different consumers. Some people like the strong coffee, some of them like it light, some of them like it medium. So as a barista, you should also have the right knowledge on the coffee that you're serving to your customer. You should be able to explain in full detail to the customer about the coffee that you're going to serve him. This is going to help the customer find the right taste in the coffee and find the right coffee that is going to match his taste and is going to have the best experience. Not forgetting the best customer service. To be a good barista, you should have good customer service and good knowledge about coffee. And this is why it's very important for you to understand the goals that you can achieve if you have these two qualities of a barista. And this is going to lead us to the fifth and the last point about specialty coffee. If you find this video to be important, smash the like button so that it can be spread to other people and help the specialty coffee industry grow and make the best cup of coffee. And the fifth key thing about specialty coffee, and this is to the baristas. The specialty coffee industry has changed the perspective about being a barista. It's now considered to be a profession job, and you can build a very big career out of the specialty coffee industry because you can start as a barista, then grow, become a head barista, and become even a manager of the shop, and eventually you can own your own shop. There is an event in the specialty coffee industry where baristas across the world come together and compete for the Barista Championship. This is a goal to most of the baristas, and it's also something that really motivates and pushes most of the baristas because they want to compete and show off their passion and skill about coffee to the world so that they can be crowned the Barista Champions or the Brewers Champions or the Latte Art Champions. This competition has helped to grow the specialty coffee industry because all the baristas are working very hard to innovate something new or to improve the taste of the coffee so that they can be able to achieve the perfect taste in their cup of coffee and come up with a different creative of the new drinks in the specialty coffee industry. This has led to the growth and the increase of the specialty coffee industry, which has led to many people having the passion to become a barista. And this is the frequent question that I get asked in this channel, in most of the comments and also the messages on my different social media platforms, is how to become a barista. Check out this video next. It shows you the basic knowledge that you need and how you can become a barista with training or without training. It's very important if you want to start your coffee journey.